Hi folks, welcome back to the Amazing Education Station. It's the information you need to know, along with some boring video. Yeah, because a lot of times it's just to listen to, really. The video is just because I'm using my phone and making a YouTube. But I'm a master educator, and if you like, thumbs up, and subscribe, you can see my other videos. It's going to help the YouTube algorithm excuse me, to have other people also be able to view this video, which is going to help everybody. Follow the advice on here. We have a more peaceful planet, healthy, less polluted, less overcrowded, better traffic, prices of things would be lower. I'm a master educator. My IQ is usually over 120. 17 years of teaching experience and 25 years of education. So, but because I'm not a lawyer, not a doctor, not a financial advisor, although I provide a lot of information about these issues, I can't claim to give financial, legal, or medical advice. So none of this is any of that, okay? But I'll help in those areas through education, okay? Do your own research as well. Verify, double verify, because there's a lot of bad information out there. And as a human being gathering information, even I can be tricked. But I use logic, reason. I stay away from mumbo jumbo, superstition, and basically unprovable things, unprovable so-called facts or beliefs. Because what's the point if there's no way to test it, to verify it? It's out of reason, it's unreasonable. And anyway, let's go from here. Topic is continuation, catching red flags when you are on your financial way to passive income or almost passive income, where you have much more freedom to spend with your loved ones, your family, whoever, and taking the number one method toward $1 million net worth through real estate. Yes, so I'm not really saying buy real estate. Say you inherit a house, or you're moving from a house you own, or you don't own a house but you have money for a down payment. There you go. You can be in a much better financial position as you just start to rent out the place. So this is for new people or people who've been having trouble with rentals, and how to catch red flags. You may have had some people causing trouble, causing let's say legal risk or some other kind of risk, and I have years of experience, so I'm going to tell you. Right now I have somebody applying to live, so I have a house hoping to rent it out, and we've got a single person who claims to be very busy but very interested, and they were even the first person to view the property, to come, show up, have a tour at this year when the house is available. And you can lose a lot of money if you don't find somebody to live in your house. If you're not getting the rent, but you need to pay taxes and utilities and repairs, the money's going out, but you're not having the money come in. It's a big risk. That's why check out Dave Ramsey. Don't borrow money, don't get mortgages just to have rental real estate. You can ignore that if you're a professional and you are already successful. The people who fail are the ones who get into trouble because they don't know what they're doing. Please like, thumbs up, subscribe, and comment to tell me how wrong I am. Yes, it's fine. Yeah, people make tons of money with mortgages and all that. Yeah. Okay, but also 60% of people quit, as far as I can tell, or don't succeed. So that's most people. 60% don't succeed in real estate. It's tricky. So giving people advice to get mortgages and buy more, that's the majority in my experience watching YouTube, is how to do it. Buy more. This is what I did. You should do it too. You can do it too. And dozens and dozens of different ways to take those risky properties and loans and mortgages. You know, so many ways, tricky ways to fail. And yeah, okay, maybe 40% succeed. Oh, that's going to be you. You're a gambler. Okay, fine. Go ahead. That's fine. Now, I'm just talking about a specific situation. You want to rent out a place. Somebody looks pretty good. The information that they give you, although it's not complete, and that's the red flag number one. All the information they give you looks wonderful. They are very friendly. Extremely friendly is red flag number 2. You might think, oh, that's strange. I like friendly people. Okay, but if they're trying to be your friend, out of the different applicants you have, they seem to be unusually friendly. There's something not normal about their friendliness. They're being a little bit chummy, joking, sending, like, you know, the emojis or the little pictures with messages and stuff like that. You know, yeah, a lot of people do it. I send those little funny pictures because it's fun. But I do it to friends that I actually know, and they were my friends before I started doing this usually. And yeah, so being unusually chummy and friendly in combination with not providing 100% information. And so you like, maybe you can't verify all the information, so that's 2 red flags. But if the only issue is somebody being very friendly, if that's all, that, you know, that can be maybe an orange flag. It's not 100% a red flag. And if everything checks out good, because, you know, there are those just wonderful people out there, and an orange flag, that's a nice color, and, you know, you found a wonderful person that you can enjoy as a wonderful renter, perhaps, if they go ahead. You know, super friendly person, fun friendly person. But it's when you have a truly red flag or multiple red flags, and if you have other choices, then you would want to avoid the choice with these red flags. Sometimes you don't have anybody else. It's been months, and all you can find is somebody who maybe doesn't fit your criteria. Maybe you can't verify their income, something like this. But just do your background check. Use the Smartmove system. Maybe Zillow, although to tell the truth, so Zillow, Zillow. It's a wonderful system for advertising. It's free for just one property, at least. That's all I know about. So you can do that for free. But I don't know about their background checks and how good they are. But definitely do an official background check. And I like TransUnion or Experian and Smartmove, and do all everything. Get their past landlords, contact information, verify that they actually are landlords or own the rental property. Don't get work references, don't get family references, because that's just not right. They're always going to be willing to falsify, mislead, lie. So just friend references and landlord rental references are what you can accept, and then check those. All right, so what are other red flags? Being super friendly and chummy, not providing enough information. The other video I posted was about dogs, so you can watch the other videos. All right, another thing is, okay, not having complete information, but they claim, and this is such a common red flag, besides references, maybe jokes about drugs, about relationships, like how to say, extramarital relationships, or anything that's just not strictly legal, and it comes up in conversation either as positive or negative. When it has nothing to do with the rental property or anything that you've asked about, that pops up, and they may be deceiving you, saying like, oh, isn't this bad? Because they do it and they want to see your reaction. And then they just know information about you and how to trick you. And so that's another red flag. But as I said, so claiming information has been sent to you, yet no matter how many times you look, it's not there. So, or you ask for certain information and they don't provide it completely. They give some kind of excuse. They say, well, it looks bad, but I can explain. No, you don't need any explanation. Just move on. If you have any other better people, you can put them on the back burner and just say, all right, well, there are people who come ahead of you in priority because they've provided information which I don't have from you. It doesn't mean that they were first in everything, but they gave information that the other person didn't give you. So there you go. And just say, maybe hold on until next week. Hold on for 2 weeks. I had somebody who it's actually right now, hasn't provided information, and I said, I will have another whole group of people applying, perhaps starting 2 weeks from now at the earliest. So at the beginning, I'm going to have other people, and I could maybe include them if we change their situation or their information or the rental terms, like how much they want to pay me. They want to pay a lot more. They want to get rid of dangerous type breed of pet, or whatever. If they're willing to change, I could include them the second time around. But right now, they are a no-go. Other people are almost ready to be accepted to rent the property. So why is it a red flag when they don't provide the information and but they've tried? So for example, well, what is the information I'm waiting for right now? It's the background check. They said they've tried it twice, they've paid, it's finished, and so who knows, it could be a business issue with the computers at the company that runs the backgrounds, the background checking. There could be a computer issue, but no one else has had this issue. It's been several years of doing these kind of checks. I've never had a problem before. I don't have a problem right now with the other people. So this person has difficulty interacting with a computer, or they have difficulty showing their true criminal background, which I don't know. I'm just speculating. Perhaps perhaps their actual criminal background, or their eviction possible history, or something like that, which is unknown. It's truly unknown. Maybe they have some bad credit issues, bankruptcy or whatever. So that's why you cannot skip. Don't skip these unless you want trouble, unless you're willing to put up with trouble. You love people and you don't want to make money. You have plenty of money, or you don't mind losing your property when you can't pay your loans or your mortgage, and the person has some lawsuits or whatever. You don't mind going bankrupt, living in a car, or sleeping under a tree, whatever, as a homeless person, just ignore my advice, okay? But if you do mind being homeless and being bankrupt, follow my advice. Always do the official background check through, as I said, Smartmove. That's the one I like. There might be others. Maybe you could consider them even better. Maybe some could verify income of self-employed people, which with Smartmove, with the credit unions, they can do amazing calculations based on spending habits to say, well, if they're spending this much money and paying the bills, the credit bills, then they probably have income of XYZ, whatever. But it's not verified. It's just an estimate, a probability. But if somebody has years, like 10 years, 20 years history of spending a lot and always paying for it, well, you know, I trust Experian and TransUnion and their math. So I would say it's the only way to go. And I like Smartmove. There might be another service that goes through, and you might not know what TransUnion and Experian are. They are the credit agencies that do the credit scores, and I think there are only 2 of them in the United States. And so these are like the official folks, you know. They work with all the banks and credit union, credit cards, credit unions maybe. It doesn't get any better than that. And yes, they do criminal background checks and everything because they're big businesses and they have the programmers and the ability. So it's just super. It's wonderful. They'll show you those red flags. And when, as I said, when somebody claims they tried or they sent it, and they'll tell you, I sent it, it's finished. And you go and check. You open a little account with Smartmove and you can check, is it completed or not? And there are two things of not completed. One, all it shows is the person's email and like 0 out of some number completed. It depends on how many people are on one application. 0 out of 1 completed. That means 1 person or 1 email. 0 out of 2, 0 out of 3, whatever. That means it's not completed. It could be their credit card was denied. You don't know. You don't know why. But if it's just an email, that person hasn't even registered properly. They could have a computer virus. They might not be able to type. They might be lying to you, deceiving you, whatever. You don't know about that. But if it says an email and their name, probably just first and last name, then you know they at least tried and they are at least slightly registered in some way as a person in the Smartmove system. So those are the 2, but it could still be incomplete, not completed. So that, you know, like they gave some information. And when I say they tried, well, you don't know that they really tried, but they put some information in there and maybe got worried and stopped. And then they just want to tell you, oh, I tried. This is not the kind of person that you want that tells you they tried and failed. Or in my case, right now, yes, this week is 2022, if you care, pandemic time. They're telling me twice, at least, they completed everything. It is complete. They told me twice they paid. Oh, I paid for it now. Oh, I paid for it again. Oh gosh, I'm sorry that I'm not being the top one because you say I haven't finished provided information when I've been so good. Okay, well, you're being manipulated here. They're trying to use their emotions, and there could be something. It could be somebody that doesn't like you, or somebody that's a criminal, or somebody that doesn't like landlords, somebody that doesn't like the neighborhood, and maybe you have a rental in a nice neighborhood or a nice apartment that you own, and they don't like that that town, that neighborhood, or whatever. They can live in a nearby community and sort of have a rivalry. It's a socioeconomic thing, like this is the wealthy town, that's the poor town. Even high schools, sports, they're rivals, and so they're just fooling you, tricking you, wasting your time, or confused. They may be alcoholic. You don't know. They could have mental health issues. You have no idea. They could be going senile. They might be old and having Alzheimer's or some kind of issue. You have no idea, really, truly. They can falsify everything. They could be a young hacker appearing as an older person. It could be somebody that knows you that doesn't like you. They were rejected previously as a renter, and now they've falsified everything, fake income and everything. And that's why when it comes to the final verified information that would be tied to a true social security number, a real person, very likely, although even that, who knows, somebody smart enough could fake that. But yeah, so that's why you're not getting the final verification from a real business like TransUnion or Experian. Maybe. I can't say the reasons. All I can say is it's a very large red flag, good enough to put everything on hold. But because there could be, say, a computer virus or a bank problem with their card, it was expired, they didn't notice it, they're old, they're not good with computers, perhaps, and you're using modern technology. People say over 50 years old, some of them they can't even use a cell phone, okay? They can use a landline phone, if you know what that is. Maybe you've never seen one, maybe you don't know what it is. It's a phone with just number and letter buttons only, no screen whatsoever. There are people 50 years and older that have never used a cell phone, okay? I had to be dragged to a store by a friend to buy a smartphone. Not exactly dragged, but strongly enticed with a $20 smartphone. And it was the price that got me. Anyway, my point is, there could be a legitimate reason why the person with the huge red flag has failed to qualify, but they have failed to qualify. So don't be mean. Explain, well, you can't be qualified until this happens. The other people come first, and your application I could consider in the future as a last resort choice, because I'm gonna have problem with you, with electronic communication, with computers in this modern age. I shouldn't, maybe don't say that. Absolutely don't say that, but just say to yourself, we've had issues here with this person already. Now, you could do everything person to person. Maybe you're one of those people, wherever you are, that you just show up in person, you talk in person, you gather all the information in person. Well, I don't know how you're going to do the electronic background checking. Maybe there's a way to do it, background checking without computers, but I don't know that way. So please comment in the area below, like, subscribe, thumbs up. Thank you very much, and let's improve the planet. Okay, good luck on your journey to being financially secure, if not feeling very wealthy. Okay, bye.